In the quiet suburbs, where secrets are often the most well-kept commodity, a single text message would set off a chain of events so devastating it would not only solve a murder, but also tear a family apart at its very seams. This isn't a fictional thriller. This is the chilling true story of how modern technology became the star witness in a case that questioned the very nature of justice, loyalty, and the darkness that can lurk within the people we think we know best. It all began on a crisp autumn morning, a day like any other, until a frantic 911 call shattered the peace. A man had been found dead in his home office, a victim of what appeared to be a brutal, targeted attack. The initial investigation quickly stalled. There was no forced entry, no obvious weapon, and no clear motive. The victim was a well-respected member of the community, a loving husband and father. Who would want him dead? Detectives interviewed friends, business partners, and neighbors, but every lead turned into a frustrating dead end. The case was growing colder by the day, threatening to become another unsolved file in a dusty cabinet. Months turned into a year. The family, racked with grief, struggled to find a new normal. They held vigils, pleaded with the public for information, and tried to keep the memory of their loved one alive. To the outside world, they were a portrait of tragic loss, united in their search for answers. But behind closed doors, the weight of the unsolved crime was creating fractures, sowing seeds of suspicion and doubt where once there had been trust. The pressure was immense, and the lack of closure was a wound that refused to heal. Then, the breakthrough came from the most unexpected place. A junior detective, assigned to review the cold case, decided to take another look at the victim's digital footprint. In an era before cloud backups were standard, this meant painstakingly recovering data from old devices. On a nearly forgotten cell phone, buried deep within deleted files, he found it, a single, cryptic text message sent just hours before the murder. It was a short message, seemingly innocuous to an outsider, but to someone who understood the family's internal dynamics, it was a bombshell. The message read, "It's done. Now we can be together." This wasn't just a clue. It was a confession. The sender? The victim's own brother. The recipient? The victim's wife. Suddenly, the entire narrative flipped. The grieving widow and the supportive brother were no longer victims of circumstance. They were the prime suspects in a cold-blooded conspiracy. Investigators now had a motive, a forbidden affair, a desire to eliminate the one person standing in their way, and a plan to inherit his wealth and start a new life together. The text message was the digital thread that unraveled their entire facade. When confronted with the evidence, their united front crumbled. They turned on each other, their stories filled with contradictions and accusations. The brother claimed the wife was the manipulative mastermind who coerced him into the act. The wife painted him as an obsessive stalker who acted alone, twisting their relationship into something it wasn't. The family that had once mourned together was now publicly and viciously divided, forced to choose sides in an unthinkable betrayal. Children were caught in the crossfire, their lives irrevocably shattered by the revelation that one parent had conspired to murder the other with the help of their uncle. The ensuing trial was a media circus, a modern-day courtroom drama that captivated the nation. The prosecution's case hinged on that single text message, a piece of digital evidence they argued was more reliable than any human testimony. The defense attorneys fought back, claiming the message was taken out of context, that it was a fabrication, or that it referred to something else entirely. They tried to discredit the digital forensics, arguing that deleted data could be corrupted or misinterpreted. The courtroom became a battleground, not just between lawyers, but between law and technology, between truth and interpretation. The jury was faced with an immense task. They listened to heartbreaking testimony from family members torn apart by loyalty and horror. They heard forensic experts explain the intricate process of data recovery. They saw a loving family portrait shatter into a million pieces, revealing a dark undercurrent of deceit and betrayal. In the end, the digital evidence was too powerful to ignore. The text message, a fleeting digital whisper, became the loudest voice in the room. Both the wife and the brother were found guilty. Justice, it seemed, had been served. The case was closed, the mystery solved. But for the family left behind, the verdict was not an end to their suffering, but the beginning of a new, more complicated chapter of pain. The conviction didn't bring back their loved one. It didn't heal the deep wounds of betrayal. Instead, it confirmed their worst fears and left them to navigate a world where their family name was now synonymous with a notorious crime. The children had not only lost their father to murder, but they had also lost their mother and uncle to prison, their entire support system wiped out by a single, selfish act. This case serves as a powerful and somber reminder of the dark side of human nature and the complex role technology now plays in our justice system. It shows how a few words, typed in a moment of reckless ambition, can have the power to solve a murder, but also to unleash a tidal wave of destruction that washes over everyone in its path. A man was dead, a killer was caught, but an entire family was destroyed in the process. It forces us to ask a difficult question: when the pursuit of justice leaves such a devastating trail of collateral damage, what is the true cost of the truth? Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into a case that is as tragic as it is compelling. If you found this story thought-provoking, please hit that like button and subscribe for more true crime analyzers. And don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss a new investigation. We'll see you in the next one.